Coming out of this great literature that we found and realized that there was substantial literature for women to sing, we started looking further and realized that there was this wonderful CBC Canadian Choral Competition. And we decided we would enter this competition.
We were just very brave.
Very brazen is maybe the word. Because we had had one concert under our belt by this time. But we knew they were making a great sound. So we said, well, let's go into this competition and see what happens with it. And lo and behold, we won that competition. Right. And then we realized, of course, that there weren't really a lot of women's choirs in Canada. Mm-hmm. And this spurred many on to create their own women's choirs. And from that, the flowering of women's choirs in Canada has been quite remarkable. Mm-hmm. So not only did we win the competition, but I think also we inspired other women to form choirs and to sing.
And I remember in 1992, we won the women's choir category. We came second in the contemporary category. And we won the special prize for a performance of a Canadian work with Snowforms by Murray Schafer. Really just an amazing piece. And that's a piece, we should just talk about how this all works, because when Diane's conducting, I'm singing, and when I'm conducting, she's singing. So this was a piece that Diane conducted, and I remember standing in the choir and singing that performance in CBC Studio 1. And I felt at that time, this is the best performance of a Canadian work. This is really right on the money. You know, we were listening to each other. It was so clean and so beautiful. So when we won, it wasn't a complete surprise. I mean, again, we were just kind of brazen or naive or something. But,
that's right.
But I remember feeling that performance really was something special.
I think the women felt that collectively. I mean, looking at them, I remember them just sort of going with their eyes, this is really, something's happening here. And it was a very wonderful feeling. So on that note, I think we should click our wine glasses here and say, here's to all that CBC has done for us.
Yeah.
And let's listen to a little of Snowforms.
About that time, we were really starting to realize that this was not just a one-shot deal, and that we were here for good. And we began to put on a season of concerts and really contribute to the choral community. And we started collaborating with people, which was and still is a lot of fun. And some high points of our 22 years really have been those collaborations. I remember a really fun gig at the Orpheum Theatre with the Vancouver Men's Chorus called City Folk. And that was an inspired idea. We were wearing big wigs and big country dancing hair. And,
absolutely.
People were square dancing, and it was a blast. It was really, really fun. Another collaboration that was very special for us was doing Ceremony of Carols, Benjamin Britten's landmark piece, with Rita Costanzi. And we did it several times, and then that became our second CD. And we should play a little piece of that. This is the movement called This Little Babe from Ceremony of Carols. This little babe.